I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a challenge question on angles in parallel lines. We need to find the angle x in the given diagram. These are the two parallel lines, and this is kind of a transverse. This is also a transverse, and we are given few angles. One of them is the angle which is 100. This is this angle. The other one is 110, and we need to find what this angle x is. Well, it is approximate diagram. Don't measure these angles to find the right angles, but apply the properties of parallel lines and transverse lines to find the solution. Find the value of x when you're given two parallel lines and the lines as shown. You can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestion. Now, in such cases, what we can do is we can kind of extend these lines to form a real transverse line and then analyze this situation. That is possible. Now, you could extend either this line, make a triangle there, or you could extend this line, make a triangle here, right? So either way it works. So let me extend this line for the time being and see what happens. So this is the line. So I'm just extending this line kind of like this. Okay. So in that case, you can clearly see that these are the two parallel lines. Here we have a transverse line. Okay. Now, if that is a transverse line and if 100 degrees is that angle, which angle should it be equal to on this side? Can you tell me that? Okay. We are not labeling it as A, B, C, D. So we're just trying to find the answer by analyzing. So if this is 100 degrees, then what is going to be that angle or this angle based on this? Okay, you could think like this also. This is 100, opposite angle is 100, right? And this is interior angle, which will be 100. Is that okay? Yeah, we could do like that. And if that is 100, this is 100, right? Or you could say that this angle is 100 degrees since it is corresponding angle, right? So we could get corresponding angle. So we found this is 100 since it is corresponding angle. Right? So these two are corresponding angles and we say they are 100 degrees each. Now from here, can you find x? So this is one method of finding x, and this is probably the fastest way of finding x. So what we have here is a triangle. Do you see a triangle? Now you can apply the knowledge that in a triangle, sum of exterior angles is how much? Is equal to always 360 degrees. For that matter, for any polygon, sum of exterior angles will be always 360, right? Since if I extend it, right, you'll find these angles to form a circle, and circle is always 360 degrees. You get an idea, right? So sum of 100, 110 and x has to be 360 degrees, right? So we have x degrees plus 100 degrees plus 110 degrees is equals to 360 degrees, correct? And from there we can find what x is. So x is 360 degrees minus, we can add this, right, 210 degrees, and that gives us, if you take away 210, so you get 150, right, 150 degrees. So we get one possible answer. In fact, one of the solutions is 150 degrees, right? This is one solution. Okay. Now some of the students might not have learned this rule. It's a good rule to remember. Okay. So if you don't know, just know it now. It's a good time. Now others may know that we can also find x, which is an exterior angle to this triangle, by finding sum of two remote angles, right? So we could do that now. Okay. Let's continue and use another method. Okay. No harm learning different ways of solving the same question. Now this is a linear pair, straight line. Sum is 180, so this has to be 80 degrees, 180. This is also a linear pair, 110. If you take away from 180, you get 70 degrees, correct? So that becomes 70 degrees. So now we are applying the second method to find the value of x, and this time it is an exterior angle. So we know exterior angle, let me use different thing. Exterior triangle angle is sum of remote, that means which are on the far end, interior angles, right? So that is another important thing to remember. That means straight away we could write x degrees as equal to sum of these two, which is 80 degrees plus 70 degrees, and that is 150 degrees. Well, we again got the same answer. Obviously, x is one angle, it has to have one value. So we got another answer which is 150 degrees. Well, that's a good way of finding. The third is, if you don't know this exterior angle thing, then you know that sum of the angles in a triangle is always 180, right? So we could find like that also. So what we can do is, we can find what this angle is. Now since the sum is 180, we could say this angle is 180 degrees minus these two, which is 80 degrees minus 70 degrees. Is that okay? Because the sum is that much. So 180 minus 80 is 100. 100 take away 70 is 30 degrees. So we got this as 30 degrees. Is that okay? Now this becomes a linear pair. So the third way of solving is solve this triangle and then say x degrees is equals to 180 degrees minus 30 degrees, right? So because this is a linear pair, straight line makes 180 degrees, and so again we get 150 degrees as our answer. So either way you work, you get 150 degrees as x answer, which is absolutely correct. Is that okay? So that is how you could solve such questions, and I hope you really find it very interesting. Now let me make it more interesting for you. What we'll do this time, what you should do now, instead of extending the line on the side with it, you can extend this second line and make a triangle there. You see that? And then redo the question. Again solve the same question. That's my request. And if you get the same answer for x, 150 degrees, using different methods, you have really understood the concept. And that's what I want. I'm Anil Kumar. You can always share and subscribe my videos to learn. Thank you and all the best.